Hello everyone, Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel where I love to bring you my best tips and tools to inspire you to create beautiful home decor and gifts on a budget. Today is the first of my Christmas DIY videos for this year. I'm starting with 4 pretty simple projects to get your juices flowing as far as thinking about things to make for simple gifts and decor. So with all that being said, let's get crafting. For DIY number 1, we are going to take some of these night lights from Dollar Tree, some Mod Podge and glitter, and a few little stencils from Dollar Tree to make some personalized night lights. So the first thing we're going to do after removing these from the package is we are going to put a layer of Mod Podge on the back side of the night light. It's like an acrylic square, crystal clear. So we're just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on the back and then apply a generous amount of glitter. Now these glitters I have are from Walmart. They are extra fine. Now I will also mention that you could easily use a different bowl for each of these and return the extra glitter back to the container. Now you're going to have to let that dry completely. You'll know because on the front side you won't see any cloudiness from the previous Mod Podge. Then you're going to go back to all of your night lights. You're going to carefully put another layer of Mod Podge over that first layer of glitter. Once you get that smoothed out, you're going to apply another generous layer of glitter. This is just to make sure you get it covered completely. If you want to try with just one layer, you certainly can. So a second layer of Mod Podge, a second layer of glitter, let that dry completely, and then you will do a final layer of Mod Podge over the glitter. Now these you're seeing now are the fronts of the acrylic. I am taking 3 of my mini stencils from my Christmas minis from Magnolia, and I am applying it to the front of the nightlight. So this is not going on the glitter. This is on the opposite side of the plastic from where we put all of the glitter and a final layer of Mod Podge. I'm taking these and I'm just smoothing them out onto the plastic of the nightlight. And then we're going to apply some white chalk paste to get these stencil images onto the front of our night lights. Now, these I see are a blue LED light that just shows on the front, but these are super cute too. During the day, you would see the beautiful glittered colors and backgrounds, even when they're not being used as a night light. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time today, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. I hope you like what you see and you'll consider sticking around by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to tap the bell, set your notifications to all, so YouTube should let you know when I go live on my channel or upload a new video. For DIY number 2, we are going to use some green pipe cleaners, a couple of styrofoam cones, and some paint, wood cubes, and wood stars. So I found these styrofoam trees at Hobby Lobby. You get 6 of them in a package for 50% off right now. I'm going to be painting 3 of these. However, I'm only going to make 1 of these trees on camera. This is an idea I saw on Pinterest, I believe, using pipe cleaners to make a cute little tree. Now, in their example, they just made a cone out of paper, But I thought since I found these styrofoam trees, I would go ahead and paint one of them green, and then we will glue on the pieces of pipe cleaners to this instead of making a cone out of paper. But you could definitely make a cone out of paper as well. Now for the trunks of my trees, I'm using these 1-inch wood cubes that I also got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to paint them on 5 of the 6 sides with my truffle dark brown chalk paint. Now for one of these small trees, I used about 15 to 20 of the pipe cleaners. What you're going to do is use an old pair of scissors so you don't ruin them. You're going to cut it in half and then cut it in half again. So each pipe cleaner is going to give you 4 pieces, and then you're just going to bend those pieces in half. I didn't twist them, I just kind of bent them into a U shape. And we're going to be making a bunch of these and then gluing them around our styrofoam cone. Now, once we have a bunch of these U-shape pieces, I'm going to go ahead and glue my wood cube, first of all, onto the bottom of my styrofoam tree. Then we're going to start gluing these U-shapes around. We're going to glue them about halfway, hanging off. Now, I will say one thing I noticed about the styrofoam is if your hot glue is too hot, it's going to eat away at the styrofoam. So that might be a reason to go ahead and do this on a paper cone instead, but I still like how the styrofoam cone turned out. So you can see I'm just continuing to put some hot glue and then press down one of my pipe cleaner pieces into that glue, putting them right next to each other. Then once you have that first layer all the way around, you're going to start with your next row. And again, you're going to glue about the top half of it, and then the rest of the U shape is going to hang down over the ones you glued on first. Again, going all the way around. I think I went around 4 times, 5 maybe if you count these at the very, very top. And again, you're just overlapping them about halfway. You can also see they're kind of angled out a little bit to look like an actual pine tree. Once you've gone that last layer around, I'm going to take 4 or 5 more and twist them. We're going to kind of glue them together at the very top just to cover that final bit of the cone to finish off our tree. At this point, you can choose to have all your pipe cleaners just kind of pointing diagonally, or you can choose to bend up the little tips. It's definitely up to you. You can see I'm just kind of bending them up just a little bit more, but you can shape your tree however you'd like. I'd also say that you can decorate this. I kept mine plain, but I've seen cute ones with little mini pom-poms on it, little mini candy canes, little sparkly pipe cleaners wrapped around like a garland. These are really fun, and you can decorate them so many different ways. All I'm going to add to mine is I have one of these cutout wood stars from Dollar Tree. I am just painting it on both sides with a gold glittering paint marker, and then I'm going to glue this to the top of my tree using hot glue. And here's our adorable little Christmas tree. So nice and not breakable. And I would say this little tree took about 15 to 20 green pipe cleaners. If you love budget home decor DIY videos like this, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment or 2. That lets YouTube know people are enjoying my content, and they'll show it to more and more viewers. For DIY number 3, we're going to make a really cute rustic Christmas sign using this picture frame or any picture frame you'd like from Dollar Tree, some of these garland stems, some stamps, and a little bit of ribbon and a button. First of all, we're going to take the center out of this frame. Again, this one is from Dollar Tree, but you can use any square frame that you'd like. I am going to use a mixture of mineral Waverly chalk paint, which is a light gray. I'm also going to use truffle, which is dark brown, and then come in with some white. So it just definitely depends on the look you want for your project. You could also keep this frame the unfinished wood color. And I am also going to paint the mineral gray on the MDF unfinished sides on all 4 sides of our square frame. While my paint on my frame is drying, I'm going to take the glass insert and a foam sponge brush, and I am going to paint one side of my glass with white chalk paint. We're going to end up using this for the background of our sign. Now I'm coming in with that same foam brush. I figured I might as well since I have paint on it. And now I'm kind of splotching some white on top of the mineral gray. Then I'm going to take my chippy brush and my dark brown paint called Truffle, and I'm going to just kind of make some more texture and color on my frame. Again, you can do as little or as much as you'd like. Once I get some paint on there in brown, I'm going to come back in with the chippy brush with some white, and then I am going to sand this lightly to finish off the look. Now coming back to our glass, I am going to put a layer of Mod Podge over that white paint just so that it doesn't scratch off. Next, we're going to take 1 or 2 of these garland ties. I believe these are from Hobby Lobby, but you could definitely use the ones from Dollar Tree as well. I'm just bending them around to make a small wreath that is about the size of the square opening of our frame. Then coming back to our frame, now that all of our paint is dry, I'm just going to distress it a little bit. Of course, this is optional. I do like on the beads to have a little bit of sanding to distress the tops of the beads a little bit. Then we're going to put the glass back into our frame. I have the painted and Mod Podged side facing out, and then we're going to put the backing on as well. Next, I'm going to take this ink pad and these small letter stamps that I got at Michael's, and just gently tapping, we're going to put the word joy in the center of our frame. You could definitely do any word that you'd like. And that extra that I got on there around the O, I am going to be able to clean that off in just a minute with a baby wipe. Then taking some hot glue, I'm going to put some on the back of my little wreath that I made going all the way around. And then we're going to place this down on the center of our frame. Then taking a double length of this ribbon from Hobby Lobby, I'm just going to tie a simple bow and then just kind of fluff it out a little bit, trim the tails, and we're going to glue this to the top of our wreath. And you can see I also added a small dark wood button to the center of that. I love this and think it's so cute. You could take this idea and do it many different ways. Be sure to check the description box for some important links of products that I've used in today's video, as well as links for my Amazon storefront and my Magnolia Design Co. website. For DIY number 4, we're going to take a cutting board, a nativity wood cutout, some printable sheet music, some Mod Podge, and some ribbon to make a really nice cutting board. Now, I had painted this cutting board previously with a yellow color. I went ahead and left that because my sheet music that I printed is kind of a distressed yellow color anyway. So I'm just putting a layer of Mod Podge over this, but feel free to paint your cutting board if you choose. Now I did print this on rice paper. I will put the links for both the free printable and my printable rice paper in my Amazon store in the description of this video, but I'm spritzing a little bit of water on it. It just helps the paper adhere to the Mod Podge with as few bubbles as possible. So I'm spreading this out gently, and then we're going to let that dry completely. Now you have a couple options. If you can find at your Dollar Tree the 3D Nativity kit, you can use these pieces. However, I have not seen these this year, so your other option is the one on the right from Hobby Lobby. These come in packs of, I think, 3 or 4 for not very expensive. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to use the baby white method to darken it up with our antique wax. Now coming back to our cutting board, I'm going to take my small mini sander, and in a downward motion, I'm going to sand the edge of my cutting board. This is going to remove the excess of the printable sheet music. Next, I'm going to take my Tim Holtz Distress ink in Walnut, and I was having a hard time getting it on this little sponge, so I'm just going to use the actual stamp pad, and I'm going to go around the edges of the cutting board. Then I am going to use some to come up onto the handle. I'm not too concerned about the handle because we're going to be covering most of that up with a bow made out of ribbon, but right here you can see I didn't trim off the extra of my paper, so I'm going to just kind of darken that up with some more of this ink, help camouflage the fact that that handle is not covered with sheet music. Next, taking a little bit of hot glue, we're just going to put it in a few places on the back of our wood nativity, and then we're going to glue this down to the front of our cutting board. Then taking a piece of ribbon, we're going to make what I call a crisscross bow. You can see I've got the loop in the back and then the tail in the front and one in the middle. This is usually what I will make when I have a smaller piece of ribbon, just because it doesn't take a whole lot of extra. You're just going to scrunch it in the middle there and tie it with a piece of twine. And I'm also going to fold in half and dovetail the two tails of our bow. Then once we have our bow shaped how we'd like, we're just going to put some hot glue down there and attach our bow to our cutting board. I decided I wanted to add one more layer to my bow, so I'm just wrapping some jute twine around my hand, and then I'm going to tie it in the center to make a little loopy bow out of the jute twine, and then we'll glue that down to the center of our bow as well. And here's our finished cutting board. I love the neutral colors and the vintage looking sheet music. Again, you can find the link for that in the description of the video. Thanks so much for joining me today. Please, as always, let me know in the comments which of these projects was your favorite, and we'll see you next time. Take care.